rainy night for football, but still a good night. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Mesreno Law Firm. Mountain Brook Spartans on the road as the Golden Gophers of Hueytown will host them at Gilmore Vine Stadium here in the tiny hamlet of Hueytown, Alabama. Hello, everybody. James Redd along with Rick Cleveland. And Rick, this is the final tune-up for these two 6A schools before they hit region play.
Well, it absolutely is, and it gives the coaches a chance to kind of find some depth, find some players that may can help, give some players a rest. It's always good to play games, not region games, before you start the region's schedule, and this will be the final tune-up for both Hueytown and Mountain Brook, and they need depth. I can tell you that, as they play this tough schedule in this region.
As we take a look at our ABC 3340 keys to the game, both teams are trying to find their way.
Yeah, absolutely. And the first thing, when you talk to Chris Yeager at Mountain Brook, he says, Coach, we got to limit our turnovers. That's the first thing. We've got to be able to sustain drives of 8 or more plays and eliminate explosive plays on the side of Hueytown, and that's something that Coach Greg Patterson and Hueytown have been able to do a little bit of here early in the season. Now, you turn it around and look at Hueytown, what Coach Patterson says is we need to establish the run and stay in front of the sticks. We don't need second and 12, second and 13. They need to line up correctly and be able to communicate, and that's something all coaches are talking about right now. Every team in this state is talking about being able to line up in the right positions and be able to communicate with each other. And finally, they feel like they need to eliminate explosive plays by the Spartans as well.
Should be a whale of a ball game tonight. The weather is a little bit wet, but we do have that beautiful turf here at Gilmore Vine Stadium. Stay tuned. Kickoff will come up next. We'll have football 6A style right here on Friday Night Rivals. Coin toss is brought to you by Shops of Grand River. Save even more at Birmingham's only outlet center in Hueytown. One win toss, and they elected to defunct. So that means that they'll kick. And that means that Mountain Brook Spartans will receive to start the game. And let's go down to Austin Pratt, third member of our team. And Austin, I know you're a little wet, but this should be an interesting ball game.
Yeah, it definitely should be. It's a little wet down here. Now, we're not dealing with grass. It is
veteran coach, marching the sidelines. Just a few years ago, he marched his team down to the state championship final.
He's a veteran coach. He coaches his offensive line right here from now. Somebody jumping off sides.
And that's not what you want to see if you're a huge
Encroachment on the defense. 5-yard penalty. We'll replay first down.
Extra 5 yards, so now it'll be 1st and 5 rather than 1st and 10.
It's a pretty good place to start your game right there. Start on the 40-yard line. You got 60 yards for the end zone. And makes the play caller have a good idea of what he wants to do.
2 backs in the backfield for the Spartans. Once again, the shift, and just like that, without even snapping the ball, they get a first down.
Encroachment on the defense. That penalty's 5 yards. It'll be first down.
Yes. And it took them a while to adjust to it. Now comes out and all they're doing is stand up like the old Dallas Cowboys. From left to right. So.
Now, you know, Rick, you made some new Cowboy fans do their research and start looking for that video. Now, 1st and 10 from the 45, they'll go with the rushing attack. And just like that, get some positive yards. And that was Lawson McKnight on the carry.
Just a little lead left, right over that big left guard right there. No, that's a staple of Chris Yeager. They're going to run the football, and they're going to run the football, and they're going to keep running it. And Pearson Avery and Daniel Ellis over on the left side did a good job of clearing it out for the lead.
Rogers on the tackle. 2nd down now and 7. Direct snap to the running back, able to go a little wide and make a play. And that was the quarterback, Caden Hoffbauer. And they have a lot of interchangeable parts. You see Caden there, the starting quarterback, but you also see the backup quarterback split out, play wide receiver, maybe go in and throw a ball.
Yeah, Chris Yeager's got lots of bullets in his pellet gun, I can tell you that. He does a lot of things, and it's really simple. That was just a quarterback lead around left end.
Hoffbauer now to throw, and this time incomplete. He did fake it to try to get around one of the defenders, but Stuart Andrews just couldn't bring that one in. And it'd be a punting situation.
Yeah, tried to run a little swing pass out into the right flat. And great job over there by Hueytown to take the flat away from him and force him to throw a little bit out in front of the secondary receiver. Hey, you start on the 40 and you're short 5 yards of the first down. That's a good job by Hueytown defensively.
Jaquarius Brooks back deep for the Golden Gophers, and it is Anderson Roberts, and that's a bad snap, and he's going to take it and get punished for it. Keegan Horn right there to make the tackle, and that may have made up for his encroachment to start the game.
And he's a good football player. I'm going to tell you, I talked to a coach earlier this year, and he said, Coach, when you get a chance to see Hueytown, you're going to really like number 11. And Keegan Horn has done 2 things, one good, one bad.
Yeah.
But what he did just now is an explosive play for Hueytown to put them down on the plus 32-yard line.
So now great field position for the Golden Gophers. Ellington going to make a quick pass, and he's trying to find his favorite receiver, Anthony Robinson. They call him A.J. Robinson, but that was incomplete.
Just a little flat pass right there, and Ellington rolls to his right and threw a really good pass. Receiver drops the ball, and that's you got to make those catches out in the flat out there, Armstrong.
Keeping it on the ground now. Fumble on the play, ball is loose, and now Mountain Brook says they have it. And then, yes, they do have it. And just like that, the Spartans get the ball right back.
Just a simple dive play right over left guard. And as you see it here, it's going to be a little mishap right there. No mesh point between the quarterback and the running back. Fumbles the ball, and Mountain Brook picks it up. Mountain Brook again starts on their own 32-yard line. So I don't think that was caused by any kind of wetness. That was just simply a dropped ball there by Hueytown. Not a good mesh point from the quarterback and the running back.
And we just reset and start all over. Looks like automatically from the same spot. Quarterback keeps it, and he's off and running. Caden Hoffbauer keeping it and goes into Golden Gopher territory, pushed out of bounds at about the 31-yard line Great deception there. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta first down.
Well, that's a great fake by Hobart, and I can tell you, Hueytown's lined up in a 4-2-5. They got 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers, and then got 5 guys playing the secondary. If you want to call it a nickel, you can call it a nickel. But I can tell you right now, that was a great fake by the running back, and Hobart pulls it, goes right around left end, and there was nobody there. Scampered for about 40 yards.
3 wide receivers on the far side. Now they're going to keep it on the ground and hand it off to Stuart Andrews. And he's able to get about 3 or 4 yards on that carry before he's brought down.
Well, that's a great job. Rocco Gray at center, Pearson Avery at left guard, and Daniel Ellis at left tackle did a great job of crashing that defensive front down and just picking up yardage on a little cutback. Dash went on the right side down, and he cuts it back to the left side. Good vision by the running back.
Second down now and 6 for the Spartans, trying to open this game up with a score. They had to punt on their opening drive. This is their second drive after recovering a fumble from the Golden Gophers. Under center now is Hoffbauer. Handing it off to Andrews, and Andrews is close to a first down, maybe about a half yard short, makes it to that second level of the defense.
Chris Yeager and his offensive coordinator, Brad Easley, went to an unbalanced line. They went tackle over there. And they even had a tight end in there. Hadn't seen a tight end yet, but that was the first time they had a totally unbalanced line. Had them outmatched on that right side and picked up 5 yards.
Third down and short for the Spartans. Keeping it is Hoffbauer. He has enough of the first inside the 20-10 and brought down at about the 7-yard line. Another good run there by Caden Hoffbauer.
And that's a great job faking the ball. Hoffbauer has done a great job faking the ball into his dive back and then skirting around right in that time. And the thing is, the contained man is that defensive end out there, and the defensive end crashes inside, and when he does, there's nobody there. But you've got a corner who's going off for the receiver, and there's just nobody to make the tackle for about 7 or 8 yards. And that's first and goal, James. And that's something cooking here for Mountain Brook.
Windows World red zone. Inside the 10. Another shift. Looks like they may have a little bit of too much motion there.
Delay game on the offense. The penalty's 5 yards. We'll replay first down.
That's the problem we have. We're moving a lot, trying to get the other team to jump. Inevitably, we have one of our guys jumping, and that's what's happened to Mountain Brook right here down in the red zone. And that's one thing, that's the coach's nightmare. We get down in the red zone, then we go backward. Penalty is one of those penalties that you just don't want to have, and that you really don't want to have after this second week. And that's another preparation for region play.
Still looking for the goal line on the Spartans. They get some of those negative yards back with Stuart Andrews on the carry. Big agent number 0, Jordan Jackson, in on the tackle.
Yeah, Jordan Jackson is a load. I can tell you right now, that's a big senior there for Hueytown, and Jordan made a big play going right over the left guard that time. Wasn't much for pickup, so it's going to bring down a second and goal to go.
Second and goal from about the 12-yard line. We find Mountain Brook. Trying to go around on the far side, but this time good pursuit by the defense, and they're able to gain tackle and bring down Andrews.
That's the second time in this drive Mountain Brook has gone really to a 2 tight end situation, trying to run to the strength over there on the wide side of the field. And Hueytown's done a great job of stretching that out, being able to make the play.
Third down and goal. Looking to throw his Hoffbauer. Now he's getting a lot of pressure, and he has to throw it away. Throws it all the way out of bounds because he was getting a lot of pressure from that backside.
That could be called just about anything you want to call it. Hoffbauer did a good job throwing the ball away, but I don't see a receiver over there.
May have gotten away with one.
May have.
About a 29-yard field goal attempt for Anderson Roberts. kick is low, and it's no good. And the defense for the Golden Gophers hold once again.
Well, I'm going to tell you, James, one of the great things there is that defensive.
We're going to take a break. We come back. We're going to see if the Golden Gophers offense can get clicking again, as there's no score here in Hueytown. Yeah. They got to hold on for a second. Okay, we're ready whenever they are. All right, first play. Second down and 8 now for the Golden Gophers. Ellington trying to do his job to try to draw the defense of the Spartans off sides. That doesn't work. Gets his call from the sideline. Quick pass. Finds a receiver. Gets close to the first down, and that's Jaquez Daniel with his first reception of the day, and it is enough to move the chains.
And Daniel runs just a little hitch route outside there, about an 8-yard hitch, catches the ball. Good throw from Ellington there. Mountain Brook is in a...
Welcome back to live action. After a short run, Jaquez Daniels was able to get a first down, and now keeping it on the ground are the Golden Gophers, and that's Jaclear Ellis with his second carry of the game.
That's a good job over there by Gavin Penny and Brian Youngblood and Gerald Owens on that left side, opening up holes against this 3-4 against Mountain Brook.
Ellington, quick pass again. This time he does find another receiver in Davion Green. And now the offense is starting to click, and they move the chains again for their second first down in this drive.
Well, and they're trying to go upbeat now. They're trying to get flow going, and so they're running a NASCAR offense, getting on the ball as quick as they can. Good job by Hueytown and Coach Patterson.
Faking it, and Ellington has it. He's going to run and get beyond midfield into Spartan territory. Good fake there by Jabron Ellington, but there is a flag on the play.
Come out for water.
And it is an official timeout. Looks like it'll be a water timeout.
Kind of surprises me that as cool as it is, that we're taking the heat timeout at 5:48. We usually take them at 6 minutes early in the season. So, I guess that was decided before the game. That's what they would do.
Know what's below. Contact 811 before you dig. Alabama 811. Call before you dig. They've got power lines, gas lines, water lines, internet lines, phone lines. They got lines galore, but they want to make sure that you check. Just call Alabama 811 and call before you dig. So after the water break timeout, second down and short now for the Golden Gophers. Keeping it on the ground and gets enough to get a first down. Another good run there by Jaclear Ellis. Another Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta first down.
Well, the offensive line of Hueytown's just knocking Mountain Brook off the ball 2 and 3 yards back. Great run in there by the Hueytown running back.
Ellington now being blitzed, and he beats the blitz and going to keep it on the ground. Slides. Great job to slide, and he almost got his head knocked off, but good job by Jabron Ellington.
Well, and he saw the opening in that gap on the left side and did a great job taking off with it. Receivers recovered. He did the smart thing, taking off and running to the open gap.
Second down now, and about 3.5, make it 4. Offense in their first drive fumbled the ball away, gave it back to the Spartans. runs into a defender, and now they're going to be a tackle for a loss. That was a good tackle there made by Billy Flowers.
They got a big break right here. You're going to watch the H-back coming across, runs right into the running back, and that's the H-back's fault. He's got to get out of there and go and block that defensive end.
Third down. Ellington getting pressure, finds a receiver, but this time quickly wrapped up and brought down. May have no gain there, but the reception was made. That's what you want to see, guys catching the ball. Davion Green with his second reception of the day.
That's a call of Robert Boo Smith, the coordinator, offensive coordinator for Hueytown, called the bubble route that time. You know, Hueytown's had a lot of luck. They've had a lot of success running the football right at Mountain Brook. They may want to reevaluate that when they come back out for the next series.
Antrell Andrews gets the high snap, gets the ball off, and it's high. And it's going to take a Golden Gopher bounce. And do they get it before it goes into the end zone?
On the one.
They say they got it on the one. Great job by the special teams. We come back, we'll see if the Spartans can figure out a way to work themselves out of a hole from their own 1 yard line when we come back. Mountain Brook taking on Hueytown, 6A football, Friday night rivals. Stay tuned. Second down, working themselves out of a hole. You see the shift. Now the defense is starting to recognize the shift, but there was a flag. And now they're trying to educate themselves on those shifts. They can't move forward on the shifts, which gives a first down easily for Mountain Brook.
That's a good call. Real good call by the offensive coordinator of Mountain Brook. That's Brad Easley. Coach Easley got them moving really within the rules. And that's exactly what it's called, stemming. That's exactly.
So super conversational back and forth.
Bauer hands it off. And wow, keeping his feet is Stuart Andrews. And Andrews gets a first down and more. And finally, Mountain Brook is out of the hole beyond the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
That's a good call. That's a cutback. Hey, follow, headed toward the left side, and he cuts it back against the grain. It's a good job over there on the right side by Parker Redden and Kevin Hughes, right guard and right tackle, to just blow the defensive fronts out.
Amari Davis and company right there to make the tackle. Now 1st and 10 from the 34. Keeping it on the ground are the Spartans, and once again, Andrews on the carry.
Early in this game, it's obvious that both offensive lines are doing a great job, and you expect that from Mountain Brook and Hueytown. Chris Yeager, the head coach, coaches the offensive line, and both of these offensive lines have done a great job kind of handling the fronts, this four-man front of both teams.
Second down and 7. Good run again by Stuart Andrews, and he's close to a first down. If not, he's gotten it, and yes, he does have it. He's out beyond the 45 to about the 47. But let's go down to the third member of our broadcast team, Austin Pratt, who has a very special guest. Austin?
Okay, that's right. I'm here with Lakin Thompson. Lakin is a University of Alabama student and a Mountain Brook graduate. Now, the University of Alabama serving the state of Alabama through academics, research, and service. Lakin was recently featured in the university's ad campaign. Landon, why don't you tell us a little bit about what major you chose and why?
So I am in the apparels and textiles program with a concentration in apparel design. And I chose that because I helped my mom with her clothing boutique when I was younger, and I just thought it would be interesting to go on the design side of that.
Yeah, and as a Mountain Brook graduate that's not too far from Tuscaloosa, how and did that go into your decision to go to the University of Alabama?
I grew up being a huge Alabama fan and always dreamed of being a student, and Tuscaloosa is not too far from Birmingham, so it just kind of felt like home.
Yeah, and what would you say to high school students right now that are considering going to the University of Alabama?
I would tell any high school student to just go all in and go in with an open mind, join all of the different clubs, activities, go to everything that's offered and available, and just really have an open mind about it.
And so what's next for you, and how has the university helped you kind of achieve those goals?
Next for me, I will graduate in May, and hopefully I'll be moving to New York to work under designers there, and the university has really prepared me with that through my professors, and they're helping teach us to make all the different types of garments that we have and just show attention to detail.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Landon, for taking the time to talk to us today. We really appreciate that. And with that, we're going to send it back to you guys up in the booth.
Thank you so very much, Austin, and thank you so very much for that young lady from the capstone at University of Alabama out there in Tuscaloosa. Nice, strong run here by Kate Hoffbauer, and he's close to the goal line at the 5-4, and he's in for the score. 41-yard scamper for Caden Hoffbauer, and just like that, we have a Mr. Sparky touchdown.
Well, that was a great run by Hoffbauer. I'll tell you, they went weak to the wide side of the field here, and Hoffbauer did a great job following his blocks. He cuts back against the rain twice, goes into the end zone. Does a great job of downfield blocking by both those wide receivers who were really in tight that time.
First touchdown of the game, point after attempt by Anderson Roberts is good, and just like that, Austin Hoffbauer, the quarterback, takes it on his own and scampers 41 yards for the touchdown. And let's take another look.
He's going to make a fake right there. Defensive end comes inside, beats containment. He's cutting across the drain. Now look downfield blocking. That big tackle. Daniel Ellis down there makes a great block. Just get him into the end zone, and he just simply makes another cutback right there. That's just great vision by Hoffbauer. And really good blocking downfield by the offensive lineman. And that's something that these coaches have done a great job of teaching and coaching.
So now the Golden Gophers are working themselves out of a 7-0 hole. They're still looking for their first victory of the season. They lost in week 0 to Clay Chalkville. I think it was 28-7. They had their week off last week. So now they're working themselves out of a hole again. Anderson Roberts for our Shops of Grand River kickoff. This one's a little short at the 10-yard line, but it's returnable. Air Experts kickoff, and a good return by Jaquarius Brooks. And this is a young man that can do a little bit of everything for the Golden Gophers.
Jaquarius Brooks just takes that football on about the 10-yard line and goes right up the middle. It's what we call a gut return. Had good blocking right on the point of attack, and he hit a seam. He did a great job there. Good field position for the Golden Gophers.
Out to the 42-yard line, we find Hueytown. Ellington's going to hand it off. They may have gotten 1, possibly 2 yards. Friday Night Rivals Champions Trophies are provided by the Crown Trophy of Pelham. After every game, the winner will receive the Friday Night Rivals Champion Trophy, and we thank Crown Trophy of Pelham for all that they do. Keeping it on the ground, wow. Defender just got rolled over. Another good run by Jackler Ellis.
Miller Crumpton came up and took a pop, slowed him down. But I'm going to tell you, see number 16 there, take the pop, and he's got to wrap up on that as we end the quarter.
That was Miller Crumpton. He's got to wrap up. But we come to the end of the first quarter, And it's Mountain Brook on the road with a 7-0 lead, but the Golden Gophers are digging their way closer to the goal line. We'll see as we start the second quarter after the break if they can do that. Stay tuned. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Ms. Reno Law Firm will be back after the break. Our Salvatore's Pizza Break. Mention Friday Night Rivals at Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta and get 20% off your next order. Getting ready to start our second quarter. Had some positive runs by Hueytown. Ellington getting blitzed on the backside, and he's trying to outrun him and does. Gets across the line of scrimmage, but he was just being chased frantically by the defender, and that was Hampton King, the outside linebacker.
Well, he's coming from the backside, and Ellington goes to the far side of the field, and King chases him down all the way from the backside. That's great effort by the Mountain Brook player.
And Trell Andrews back to punt once again for Hueytown. He was able to kick a gem and get it inside the 20. Can he do it again? Fair catch is called. Inside the 20, right at the 19-yard line. And that's where Mountain Brook will take over. They were able to get a 41-yard run from their quarterback, Cade Hoffbauer, just a junior.
You know, when you look at the first quarter stats, Hoffbauer rushed the ball 4 times for 93 yards.
Wow, 41 of those on that touchdown run. Gives it over to Stuart Andrews, and Andrews gets to the line of scrimmage. He may have lost one. Defense was right there to quickly come up. Amari Davis and company there on the tackle.
Spartans trying to run just a handoff sweep around left end that time. Not much running room there. Great job defensively by the cornerback to maintain the containment out there. Mountain Brook's had so much success games just running right in the A and B gaps on both sides.
No doubt. 2nd and 10. Hoffbauer looking to throw long. Can't find anybody. He's still dangerous with his feet, but he can't escape the sea of purple jerseys. Their first sack of the day. Great job by the Golden Gophers defense.
Frank Lee's in there to make a big play. Maker T there, Boyd Cooper, all of them. Just pursuit. And once Hoffbauer broke containment there on the left side and tried to cut it back to the right, there was no way the speed of this front forward for Hueytown was just too much for him.
3rd down and long now. 15 yards to go for first. He's going to throw it. And incomplete. And comes in from the backside. And it could be interference.
Pass interference on the defense. That 15-yard penalty will result in a first down.
And it will be first down now for the Spartans.
mistake by a young cornerback.
So now 1st and 10 from the 29-yard line. Give again to Stuart Andrews. Andrews has some room to run, gets a first down and more close to midfield. A University of Alabama first down. Good run there by Stuart Andrews. And you can see, always patient, Chris Yeager. Patiently waiting to see what his offensive line will do. They've been able to really establish their rushing attack. Give again to Stuart Andrews, and Andrews gets some more positive yards close to midfield.
Well, there goes that offensive line, that right side of Hughes and Redden and Gray, just doing a great job of blocking that front forward.
Jaquarius Brooks and company in on the tackle. Andrews now about 45 yards rushing on 8 carries. Give again to Andrews, and this time he barrels his way forward for a first down. And they'll get another University of Alabama first down and move the chains.
Well, I think there's a problem with Hueytown's fronts. I don't think they're lining up where their coaches want them to line up. Looks like they're a gap out, and Mountain Brook sees that, and they're running right in that vacant gap right there.
Donovan Moore goes to the side. They're going to bring in Victor Kirksey, big number 99, to try to give him a breather.
Defensive coordinator for Hueytown is DeAndre Crawford. He's done a tremendous job up until this point. He's just got to get his players where they're supposed to be, and that's on players.
1st and 10 in Golden Gopher territory, trailing 7-0 is Hueytown. They need to try to find a way to stop the Spartans. Hoffbauer with some time, and wow, he does find a receiver right at midfield, but he may have lost a couple on that one. Good reception made there by big number 15, and when I mean big, he is a tall guy.
Yeah, you see pressure there from Keegan Horn. He's some kind of player. I'm going to tell you right now. He puts pressure on Hoffbauer every time he comes to this right side. And that time Hoffbauer was fortunate enough to get the pass off, but Horn was right in his face.
First reception of the day for Trey Vincent. 3 wide receivers on the outside. Give to Andrews, and this time your favorite defensive player of the day right now, Keegan Horn, is in on that tackle.
When you watch the offensive line of Mountain Brook, what they're doing is they're zone blocking. When they're running left, they're taking a jab step left, and everybody's going into a gap, and they're blocking whoever's in that gap. If there's nobody there, they go to the next level, to the linebacker. And they've done a good job of that so far.
3rd down and 10. Timeout called by Mountain Brook. 7:58 to go in the half. We'll take a break also. We come back, we'll see if Mountain Brook can continue this drive, or can Hueytown force a 4th down situation. You're watching Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by Ms. Reno Law Firm. Stay tuned.
Is that headset working better?
ACT Equipment is the premier dealer for parts, services, and sales of new and used equipment locally owned and operated. We serve Central Alabama. We will provide free pickup and delivery for all equipment sales and services within a 30-mile area of our location in Aniana. Act now. Call 205-379-8292. But they say that he was... Is it a reception? Yes, it is. Trey Vincent with the big catch. Another University of Alabama first down.
That's a great throw by Huffbauer, and he threw it where the only person that could catch the ball was a receiver. He threw it to his outside arm over deeper than the defender. That's one of those throws. That's just so well executed.
Out to the 26-yard line, we find the Spartans. Stuart Andrews on the carry, has some room to run inside the 10, out inside the 20, down to about the 14-yard line. Another Windows World, simply the best for less red zone, and another first down.
Well, Mountain Brook's figured out a way to break containment out there, and now defensive coordinator for Hueytown is trying to make some substitutions, but that defensive end just cannot get beat out there. He's really an outside linebacker. He's got to keep containing inside.
Another shift by that offensive front. Keeping it on the ground, finding a lot of room to run and close to the end zone. Ball looks like it hit the ground, but they'll say that the ground caused the fumble. Another good run there by Stuart Andrews, the junior.
It's a great job by that offensive line because they're just doing a great job of zoning everything down here. You watch them. There they come, get the ball on the right side, picking up. It's mano-mano. Boy, that was close. He almost scored right there. It's a good run. Good run by Stuart Andrews.
First and goal now. Pushing forward. And into the end zone. Another Mr. Sparky touchdown for the Spartans. And just like that, they've got a 13-point lead.
It's the same old story. They're just continuing to zone them out and knocking them off the ball. And the offensive line on both of these teams has done a great job so far. Mountain Brook's just got the upper hand getting the ball in the end zone.
Stuart Andrews with his first touchdown of the evening. Anderson Roberts for the point after attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. 7:08 left to play here in the opening half, and right now it's all Mountain Brook's offense that is pushing the Golden Gophers back into the water, so to speak. They haven't been able to crawl themselves out of the water because it's been all of this Spartan rushing attack.
Well, it has been that, and I wanted to mention something that. Mountain Brook went to Demopolis earlier this year in the first game of the season, and they played Demopolis, and Lance Tucker, his football coach there, his daddy Walden Tucker, was such a great, outstanding Hall of Fame coach at Fayette County. Mountain Brook had a young lady who was injured down at the beach, Lulu Gribbon, and had some amputations, and Demopolis High School, they raised $500 for that young lady, and that's a working class community in Demopolis. And there's a lot to be said for that. And one of the things that Chris Yeager wanted to do is to give those guys some recognition for what they did for that young lady. That's a shout out to Lance Tucker and that crew there at Demopolis.
Great job by Demopolis. And another run here by Hueytown, and they're able to get great field position out to about the 41-yard line. Another good return there by Jaquarius Brooks.
And he's a special player. He does a lot of things for Hueytown, but I don't know if you noticed that, but the tackle was made by Anderson Roberts.
Let's go down to Austin Pratt, who has another special guest. Austin?
I'm joined with Longa Anderson from Fortis Institute. Longa, why don't you tell us a little bit about what programs you guys offer and their links?
Sure. So here at Fortis Institute in Birmingham, we offer allied health programs and trade programs. The allied health programs that we offer are going to be dental assistant, medical assistant, and dental hygiene. The trade programs that we offer are going to be welding, HVAC, and electrical technician. The programs are pretty much all can be completed within a year. with the exception of the dental hygiene program, which is a traditional 2-year associate program. So allied health or trades programs are what we offer.
And what resources are available to students as far as, academic help or student services?
Oh, absolutely. So academic-wise, there are free tutors. The classroom size is really small, so there's close engagement with program chairs as well as instructors. There's career services to assist students with prospecting, resume writing, job interviewing techniques. There's also a learning resource center that is there. Students can use that for academics, to write resumes, or to do personal things. The rest of the resources will probably be relevant to the people that we have there. A lot of resources in terms of financial aid, career services, and the dean as well. So a lot of people, I would say, would be the highlight of the resources that we offer.
And what's the difference, the main difference between a trade school and what would be a traditional college?
Oh, absolutely. The traditional, the trade school, first off, is specialized and specific training to get a student in the workforce quickly. Traditional school basically focuses on a comprehensive educational approach and potentially prepare you for advanced degrees.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time with us today. So interesting to learn about Fortis Institute. With that, we're going to go ahead and send it to break, guys.
Hey, Mr. F, he's got a TV.
At Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, we're committed to ensuring the safety and quality of your home's drinking water. A pressing concern that has been at the forefront of public health discussions is the presence of lead in plumbing systems. Call us at 205-351-0706, and one of our professionals will be happy to examine your system.
Right, Adam. Just like Mountain Brook's doing to you guys.
A.J. Robinson in the backfield along with Ellington. Second down. Ellington looking to throw. Got some room to run, and Ellington's going to make the first down and get out of bounds inside the 40. Another University of Alabama first down. And Jabron did that one.
Javon Ellington did a great job right there. He didn't have anything open in the secondary. Everybody was covered. He saw a gap right there on the right side and ran it for a first down.
Keeping it on the ground, and this time Jackler Ellis able to get some positive yards close to the 30-yard line. The ball squirted out and was loose, but they'll say the ground caused that fumble. He was already down.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought he was down. The whistle already gone.
They'll call it a 3-yard gain to make it second down and 7. Starting to see some of the fog starting to come in out of that rain that we had a little earlier. Keeping it on the ground, Ellis this time, he gets hit and knocked down by Hampton King, who has been all over the place tonight.
That's a good call, James, because Hampton King came right up from his outside linebacker spot and popped him and probably prevented, I know, a first down and maybe even a touchdown right there.
Another third down situation for Hueytown. So far tonight, Hueytown is 0 for 2 on third down situations, so they want to convert here. Quick throw and catch, reception made, enough for a first down, and gets knocked out of bounds. But once again, good positive yards. Davion Green with his reception.
Good throw from Ellington to Green, and a good call by Booch Smith, the offensive coordinator for Hueytown.
Keeping it on the ground. A.J. Robinson into the end zone. Another touchdown. The first touchdown of the night for the Golden Gophers. Another Mr. Sparky touchdown.
Give credit to Brian Youngblood and Gerald Owens over on that left side where they opened up a big hole on that left side. Straight dive right off of the B gap, which is right between the guard and the tackle. Just a good call there by the Hueytown offensive coordinator.
Jesus Sosa on for the point after attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, it is a 7-point deficit rather than 14 points. And it looks like Hueytown's offense finally able to sky high and get on the right track.
That was a great drive. All run pretty much, except one pass to Green. Now you see the touchdown run right there. That's a great call. Great job by the offensive line. And, boy, somebody in the press box saw something and got it down to coach, and that's a good call.
4:15 left to play here in the half. And what looked like would be a rout by Mountain Brook has turned into a real ball game now, as Hueytown has fought back here at home. Their wonderful stadium, Gilmore Vine Stadium. This is the new Gilmore Vine Stadium. The old one was at the old high school. They just brought the name over as they built this new wonderful campus here in Hueytown. And this is the home of Heisman Trophy winner Jameis Winston. Another Air Experts heating and cooling kickoff. Over Sosa with the kick. And it is returnable for Mountain Brook. Mountain Brook has the room and gets great field position again out to about the 42-yard line. And that's another good return by the Spartans. And that was Hayes Wendell on the defensive back, but he's a good returner.
Turned it right down their sideline, and just a good return out to the 30, almost to the 41-yard line. Great field position for the Spartans.
Off hour now, it looks like they are able to snuff it out and able to bring him down, but not before he's able to get about 1 or 2 yards. Great job by Caden to avoid the defenders and turn a negative into a positive.
Well, Keegan Horn made a good play there. The back, they shifted the back over to a wing back, and that wing was supposed to block Horn out there on the edge, and he missed the block. And Horn puts lots of pressure on Hofbauer that time.
And it off to Stuart Andrews, and Andrews this time is stonewalled after getting a 1-yard gain. A lot of purple shirts around him. Looks like we may have one player down for the Golden Gophers. And yes, we do, and that'll stop play.
Well, I tell you, that was a big play right there by a sophomore defensive tackle there, Donovan Moore. He stuffed that blocker, kind of shouted him off, and did a really good job and made the tackle there. So Donovan Moore is going to have a lot of good playing time in front of him. He's only a sophomore, and he made a big league play that time.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers celebrate our local high schools and their athletic departments. Drop by one of our 7 convenient locations today and try our new Reese's Caramel Peanut Butter Cup Concrete, guaranteed to knock the hot off. Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers.
That's Jordan Jackson that was down, and he comes limping out of the game. He'll be back in there when they play, I'm sure.
3rd down and 5 now for the Spartans, trying to get to midfield. Quick shifty move there, and they finally get to one of their upbacks, and that is a positive yard and first run of the day. University of Alabama 1st down by number 23, Lawson McKnight.
They lined up on the left side of the quarterback, and the quarterback goes over like on the draw play, gives it to him, and McKnight cuts the ball back over right tackle. Great job by that right side of the offensive line.
1st and 10. Wow. Great hit and good stop. Able to make the play is Xander Scott.
tell you, that's probably the best lick we've seen all night.
Yes.
And he came right up and filled that gap just like he's supposed to, and negated any gain at all.
Second down and 9. The Spartans with a 7-point lead. Trying to run out the clock and get another score.
What's some kind of bootleg fake here, throwback?
Another quick pass to Trey Vincent, who was spectacular in the last drive, and now a Children's of Alabama Hospital smile cam of one of the Golden Gopher cheerleaders for Hueytown. She's cheering. I don't know if she's smiling yet, but she's definitely cheering. They have the little lays going, the little flower necklaces going. Children's of Alabama Hospital smile cam.
Well, that's one of these RIPs. Had a lineman downfield. He thought that the ball had been given off, and he goes downfield, the quarterback pulls it and throws it.
Sometimes the misdirection will mess up the alignment. So now it's second down and about 14 yards. Hoffbauer getting some pressure. Ooh, he throws a nice ball, but overthrows his intended receiver, which is Trey Vincent.
And he was in there again. There's number 11, Keegan Horn. Boy, he puts pressure on Hoffbauer every time he's in the pocket.
He's got a great motor. He just
sure
keeps on
does.
going.
He sure does. You know, those RPOs are really tough on these offensive linemen. You try to, you know, you want to do your job, but you don't know that the quarterback's pulled it. And it's a big part of Mountain Brook's offense, too. That's something that they spend a lot of time working on. So Hoffbauer does a good job with those RPOs.
Hoffbauer with the pass, reception made, pushed out of bounds. But it looks like he has enough for the first down. But there is a flag and a player down, a couple of players down. Billy Farrow on the reception. Check that, John Colvin on the reception. But there's 2 flags down.
Roughing the passer on the defense. That penalty half the distance to the goal.
That's not what you want to
First
see
down.
if you're a Hueytown fan. That's first down and more yardage in favor of the Spartans. And Hoffbauer looks like he's shaking up a little bit.
Well, you don't like to see that. And that's something that coaches don't like to see. It negates, makes a big play even bigger.
No doubt.
Greg Patterson not happy with that. Let's see what happens here. Hoffbauer throws it. And then...
Yeah, he was just late.
He was late. That was Jacarius Brooks that comes in and hits him. And, you know, almost his momentum. It's hard to stop your momentum when you're going that hard.
They say you got to learn how to move just slightly. Andrews on the carry. Flag, and this may be coming back a possible hold on that offensive front.
That's a good call, James. I can't see it, but I would assume that's what it is, pal.
Holding on the offense. That penalty will be 10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
So it looks like Mountain Brook gives a few of that roughing the passer yardage back to them by giving that hold.
Yeah. Got a minute 39 left in the half. Mountain Brook's should have 2 timeouts, I know left. So, but they got plenty of time here. I mean, what they want to do is take the ball in and score with about 20 seconds left.
Clock continues to run. Hoffbauer with Andrews in the backfield. Gives it to Andrews, and this time good open field tackle by Xander Scott. And that's what you want to see from your linebacker.
Absolutely. Xander Scott did a great job scraping that time, going all the way in the gap out there wide. He comes up and makes the tackle on the Mountain Brook running back. Boy, perfect play, perfect execution by the linebacker.
And just a reminder, closed captioning provided by Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, Mr. Sparky, and 1 hour, Mr. Sparky, 1 hour heating and air. We want to thank Benjamin Franklin Plumbing and Mr. Sparky, 1 hour heating and air for the closed captioning.
Mountain Brook uses one of their timeouts now with, what, 1 minute and 11 to go in the half. Second down play. and they've got to get to the 1 yard line. No play caller has got a 2nd and 19 or 20 play. I mean, you just don't have those. But what you want to try to do here is get half of that yardage back. Try to get to the first down marker where it originally was, and then you'll have a legitimate chance for a good 3rd down call.
Make sure you stay tuned. Up next will be our Avadian halftime show, brought to you by the Avadian Credit Union. 2nd down and 22. That one went straight up the middle, and 2nd and 3rd effort, and gets it to the end zone. Touchdown. Wow. What a run. What a play by Lawson McKnight. And just like that, they put 6 more on the board.
That looks like an old wing T play there. It looks like an inside trap. We'll see it on the replay, I'm sure. But when he gave the ball to the dive back right up the middle, backside guard pulled and kicked that tackle out.
Roberts with the point after attempt. Kick is no good. That may be a small consolation prize for the defense and special teams, but the big 6 points came in by McKnight, able to run his way into the end zone, and Lawson drags the rest of the Golden Gophers with him as he's able to get 6 on the board. 20-7 is your score here at the waning moments of the opening half.
For all you old timers, that's just trap right.
Yes,
that's
it
all
is.
it was.
Yes, it is.
That left guard came and trapped that defensive tackle and ran right over that hole. And boy, that's just a good play. You know, give Brad Easley some credit there. I said he didn't have a 2nd and 22 call, but he did. He came up with one. So
no doubt.
Good job there by the coaching staff. But a great execution by the Mountain Brook players.
Another air expert heating and cooling kickoff. Anderson Roberts to do the kicking. Ball is fumbled there by Brooks, but Brooks was able to make something happen. And Jaquarius Brooks able to get some more positive yards. Good field position again for Hueytown.
You notice what he did, James. He tried to go up and catch the ball above his head like you baseball players.
Yes.
Hold it.
Yes.
Instead,
On the turn team.
let the ball
That
come in.
penalty 10 yards, first down.
And fumbled the ball initially. So,
Job number 1 for a return man, secure the ball.
absolutely.
Holding call on Hueytown, which would negate the return by Brooks and push them back to about the 20-yard, make it the 19-yard line with 56 seconds left. So if you're Coach Patterson, do you make a situation where you kneel it or you try to make a big play?
No, we're trying to score. I mean, you got a team that can make big plays.
Keep it on the ground. Another good run by Ellis. And another good tackle by Mountain Brook and Hampton King there to make the play. Ellington, this time he wants to run, but he trips over his own offensive lineman and gets back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more.
I would imagine Hueytown would call a timeout pretty quick.
And you were absolutely right, Coach. He does call a timeout. So if you're Hueytown and Coach Patterson, what are you trying to do here in the last 26 seconds?
Well, you try to get a first down right here. And, you know, you got a kid, Ellington can go the distance anytime. And, you know, you're down 20-7 at halftime. You want to try to get points on the board.
So is this the time that you try a trick play or a gadget play?
Well, that's a good call, James. That's exactly right. If you got a gadget that you've worked on, you got plenty of speed out wide, you got something that you've worked on, then this is a good time to call it. But a lot of coaches against this defense like to go forward vertical. So let's see if they don't just run someone down the hash, down the sideline on both sides and just throw it up to them.
5 wide receivers set now for the Golden Gophers. Ellington now with a little time, getting pressure on the backside. He's going to run it. Gets to the line of scrimmage. May have gotten enough for the first down. He does, and they'll move the chains.
Call a timeout.
Timeout is called now with about 15 seconds left.
And they ran the vertical and just couldn't get it off.
So when you run that many verticals, do you try to leave somebody to run a stop somewhere as a safety valve just in case if he gets pressure?
Well, really, when you run forward vertical, you run forward right down the hash and the sideline. And if you can sneak somebody out down the middle, an old divide pass, then that's wonderful too. But he didn't have any time that time. The offensive line had to break down and put pressure on him, so he didn't have time for the receivers to get to the distance that they needed to get to run the vertical.
Right.
So, you know, if he doesn't have time, he just got to tuck it and run. He can go 80 yards in the spur of the moment. And, you know, if they've got a gadget play, this is a good time to use it. 15 seconds. I don't think they've got a timeout left, but they may. I can't tell on the scoreboard if they've got one.
Once again, 5 wide receivers now for Hueytown. Ellington going to throw it long. Has a receiver. Catch is made and out of bounds. That's picture perfect. And just like that, Brooks with the reception.
And they've got time for 2 more plays if they run it as they ran it then. They ran it into the sideline. He stepped out of bounds. The clock stopped. Of course, the clock's going to stop on the first down to move the chains anyway.
University of Alabama first down. 9 seconds left. Ellington now with time. And he's going to run and try to get out of bounds before the clock strikes 0. It stops with 3 seconds left.
It's a good job by Ellington to see that he didn't have enough time to wait for the route to develop. So he runs it right over the right side out of bounds.
Ball now at the 41-yard line with 3 seconds left.
You'll see Mountain Brook go into a total
Prevent defense.
It's all prevent. I hate that word. I keep saying prevent because that's the easiest time to score it seems like. But let's see what happens here. You're going to get the ball to the receiver in the middle of the field. And with the athletic ability that Hueytown's got out wide, something good could happen for him here.
3 seconds left on the play clock. Gets it off just in time. Getting pressure. Gets it over. Gonna try to go. Does he have some room? Wow. This time he hit, loses his helmet, and just like that gets stopped in his tracks. And that was Noah Armstrong on the reception. And Hampton King once again makes another big hit.
Well, you know, you don't have much of a chance from 1 against 7 back there. So Hampton King, when he hits you, buddy, he hits you.
Now, he does tackle him high, and the helmet comes off, but there was no flag on the play, and that's where we'll find ourselves 20-7. And make sure you stay tuned for our Avadian Credit Union halftime. Austin Pratt is effing to get coach from Mountain Brook, Chris Yeager. We'll have highlights and interviews at halftime during our Avadian Credit Union halftime. But a pretty good first half here for Mountain Brook. Hueytown had some spurts, but not able to put things together for an extended period. But for Mountain Brook, after that, let's go down to Austin Pratt, who has Coach Yeager.
That's right, guys. I'm here with Coach Yeager, Mountain Brook head coach. Coach, why don't you tell us a little bit about going into that? How confident are you guys? What's going to be discussed in the locker room?
Well, we're not playing, great ball right now, especially, our special teams. It's been very hit and miss. We're just not playing, great ball in special teams. We're, a little bit inconsistent what's going on up front. We're playing like a young team. We're playing like we really need this game. This is a great opportunity for us to learn from the mistakes that we're making and grow. And we're making plenty of them and growth. So we're just going to talk about shoring up those mistakes and trying to play clean ball. We're not playing clean football. We're not playing complementary football right now. We're leaving the defense on the field too long.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much, Coach. I appreciate you taking the time. As well as more from the Hueytown head coach after the break.
We've built like morale with the staff, good teacher buy-in, students are bought in. We work on our master schedule, so we have an enrichment period that has really helped the kids really buy into different careers. They got different guest speakers coming in every 2 weeks, and the teachers have got a chance to, they got professional learning community. So during our second period, it's really helped our school the last couple of years, and we've seen a big growth.
Yeah, and something that's interesting about Jefferson County, you guys are split into zones with something called signature academies. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what those are and how they've kind of contributed to your zone in school?
So with our signature academies, it's a district-wide initiative, and it's really giving kids a smorgasbord of opportunities for different career academies. Like here, we have auto mechanics, TV broadcasting, and music production. And our kids get to travel to McAdory, Oak Grove for their academies, whether it's engineering, ROTC, and it's been a great help. The kids have really loved it. They get a chance to go to experience different academies, and that's something that's district-wide. So all our kids in Jefferson County has the opportunity for an array of opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. And a little bit about the Hueytown feeder system. I know there's 6 schools, but you guys say one family. How does that mindset kind of contribute to the Hueytown schools' achievements?
So with our feeder pattern, we all, six of us, all the principals, administrators, we talk, we communicate to make sure communication is consistent from pre-K all the way to their seniors in high school. So our parents, they know what to expect, our students know what to expect, and it's been really good over the years. So love my feeder pattern schools, love our community, they do a great job.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. Not to skip over you, our student athlete of the week. Could you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us your first and last name.
My name is Rayla Patterson.
And Rayla, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're excited for going into your senior year, I believe, correct?
I'm excited for a lot. I know that there's a lot of things planned here at Hueytown High School. I'm excited for all the games that we have, competitions that I have with my team, just working hard and then finishing the school year out.
And what's your favorite thing about football season? What are you looking forward to the most?
Definitely the band dances and then having fun with my teammates on the sideline.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, both of you guys, for taking the time for speaking with us today. With that, we're going to send it back up to you guys in the booth.
the Mizrahi Law Firm Scholar, Athlete of the Week.
Hueytown High School's Rayla Patterson holds a 4.2 GPA and is a 4-year varsity cheerleader. She's a 3-time UCA All-American and is in the National Honor Society. She is also a junior ambassador and a community service coordinator for FCCLA.
For the past 10 seasons, the Mizrahi Law Firm has been honored to name the Student Scholar Athlete of the Week on Friday Night Rivals. We are grateful to be part of such a strong community, and we are always humbled to serve you.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, Mr. Sparky, and 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating.
Athletic Director, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're excited for as the school year has started kind of moving into and through fall sports?
Yeah, we've had a great start to the school year. Can't believe it's already 4 weeks into the school year, but we're doing great. Cross-country runs on Saturday. They've had a couple meets. Our swim and dive is getting running and going, and of course, Friday night with the band and the cheerleaders and the Dorians and the band and the football team playing great. It's a great night.
And obviously the football team winning right now. What are some particular programs that you're really kind of looking forward to as far as a good success story this year?
Yeah, we had a lot of success last year. I just feel like that there's a standard of success at our school, and we want to give our best effort, work really hard, and let the chips fall as they may. But our boys and girls cross country teams are both very highly ranked, and we're looking forward to seeing what they can do.
And the school's kind of kicking off here. What's the energy like in the classrooms, the day of Friday Night Football or any of these events, is seeing the students so excited? What's that energy kind of like in schools?
We have a great energy. You have the dress-up days. You have kids dressing up and being looking like their classmates and being ready to support each other. A student section that comes out, and it just makes it fun for everybody.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. Really appreciate it. And that is all from the Mountain Brook Athletic Director, but we have just a quick message from Children's Hospital.
We're talking about dehydration and nutrition with Lauren Cave, a clinical dietitian here at Children's of Alabama. Lauren, thanks so much for your time today. I want to talk about nutrition first. What are some of the common struggles that teens have when it comes to nutrition?
I think some of the most common struggles with teens and nutrition involve the basics. So figuring out which foods to eat and how much of those foods to eat and when to eat those and planning ahead. And teens are impressionable, so there's a ton of misinformation out there on social media too.
So they really have a lot to learn when they're starting this process of learning how to have a healthy diet. What's a good way to get that process started?
Yeah, so I think the easiest way is to start by setting really small, attainable goals so that they're realistic. And those might look like including a variety of foods in your diet or eating consistently throughout the entire day.
So that's a look at nutrition. We want to talk about dehydration as well, because that can certainly be a big concern. Lauren, how important is it for teens to make sure they do stay hydrated throughout the day?
Yeah, it is so important for teens to make sure that they stay hydrated throughout the whole day. One is just to maintain their alertness and making sure they're thinking clearly. It also helps with lubricating tissues in your eyes, nose, and mouth, and it helps lubricate your joints and keeps your muscles flexible, and it helps your body excrete toxins too.
So it really helps the whole body in a lot of different ways. And I know you do need to get a certain amount of water every day. What would be your advice on how much water a teen should have each day?
Yeah, so a general guideline would just be 2 to 3 liters per day. And if you're feeling tired or lethargic or experiencing any symptoms of dehydration like muscle cramps, you may need to increase that number a little bit.
A lot of good advice about dehydration and nutrition. For more information, go to childrensal.org.
Friday Night Rivals is brought to you by Drummond Company, the Mesreno Law Firm, People's Bank of Alabama, Window World, Children's of Alabama, Avadian Credit Union, Whataburger, Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, Salvador's Pizza and Pasta, First Choice Heating and Cooling, Shops at Grand River, Act Equipment, University of Alabama, Bullard Roofing, Fortis Institute, Louis Appliance, Addiction Prevention Coalition, Alabama Dial 811, Air Experts, Wind South Credit Union, Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, Mr. Sparky, and 1 Hour Air Conditioning and Heating.
Tea or cocoa? Oh, let's see. (20-7) is your score. Mountain Brook with the lead. Hueytown in the locker room trying to see what they can do. They're trying to come back in this game. James Brett along with Rick Lee. We're here at the Gilmore Vine Stadium. There we are. Yeah. And it's a wonderful night for football now after the rain showers came in and they finally sort of cooled off. And now we've got some good football, but this was a situation where we thought Hueytown was going to try to take advantage of some turnovers, but it was actually Mountain Brook who stepped up big.
Well, absolutely. Both of them have had some miscues, let's put it that way. And Chris Yeager made it clear at halftime they weren't playing very clean. But, you know, what I'm really impressed with is I'm impressed with both offensive lines. Yes. I mean, they both seem to be having their ways with the fronts of both defenses. And I'm going to tell you, I'm excited about the second half of this game because I think that Hueytown will go in, Chris Patterson will go in, and they will fix all that. They'll clean it up. I don't have any doubt about that. And Chris Yeager will do the same. And Coach Patterson, I have no doubt that they'll come back out and run the football and mix in a pass every once in a while, but they're doing everything they wanted to do, running the football right at Mountain Brook.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights, and it was actually some exciting football had by both Mountain Brook and Hueytown, and it was Hueytown using their ground attack to lead the way. And this is Stuart Andrews on the carry. He had 18 carries for 98 yards, and he really set the tone early. And his quarterback, Caden Hoffbauer, got on the scoreboard first here on his long run, taking it over 40 yards into the end zone for the score. Yeah, he cuts back. Point after attempt was no good, 6-0 at that point. Great throw and catch to Trey Vincent. He had 3 receptions for 30 yards. And here comes Stuart Andrews with 1 touchdown and another touchdown. And they'll make 20 points there, but a good pitch and catch here by Hueytown. And finally, A.J. Robinson scampers in to get their only score. But the rushing attack is really going strong. Lawson McKnight carries his way into the end zone for a touchdown. And we find ourselves 20-7 in favor of the Spartans. So when you look at those first half highlights and you look at the stats, it's been a lot of rushing going on with Mountain Brook.
Absolutely. There's no question about that. And what I loved about that video right there, did you see the big offensive tackle for Mountain Brook downfield on Hoffbauer's long run, downfield making another block to spring him into the end zone?
Let's take a look at some of the other scores that are around the region. And looks like we got Chelsea that was playing earlier tonight, and they have a 14-13 lead over Pelham. And this one may be a little bit of a shocker. Vestavia Hills with a 7-0 lead over Hewitt-Trussville. That's a big 7A matchup.
Well, I can tell you right now, Vestavia Hills is the best 0-2 team in Alabama because they play 2 really good football teams. And Robert Evans is a heck of a football coach, and they got a great staff there. And when you look at them being ahead of Hewitt-Trussville, right, what is it, halftime probably, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, they're a good football team.
And let's toss it to our Friday Night Rival plays from across the country.
The best Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Trying to get it to the end zone, he does. Let's see what happens, never know. And it is caught!
No way!
To the end zone! Touchdown! For Stroudsburg, Ethan Dutzik with a North American Warhorse touchdown.
Launches, and that one is going to be picked. Sean Legros. Legros makes a cut. Sean Legros, great block.
Second down and go. Quick pass, and now they're going to try the double pass, looking long in the end zone, and it caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Touchdown, Dakari Jenks, another People's Bank of Alabama touchdown. And we got second down and goal inside the 10. Quick pass, over the shoulder. Touchdown. Great catch. His second touchdown of the night, another People's Bank of Alabama touchdown.
Boy. And the trainer wants it all. Has a man. It's caught. It's Jay Timmons who dives across the goal line for an SE Tire touchdown.
With the trophy leading the celebration tonight.
Wow, some great plays. I think we knew a couple of those announcements.
Yeah, they were some really great plays. Main part in Hoover last week. That was a slobber knocker, as we call it.
No doubt about it. Let's go down to Austin Pratt, who has the coach for Hueytown.
Sorry, guys, I'm here with Coach Greg Patterson. Coach, why don't you tell me a little bit about what we were talking about in the locker room earlier, kind of the points of emphasis going into the second half?
Well, the points of emphasis is for us to come out and play a cleaner half of football and quit hurting ourselves. You know, just too many mistakes to be playing against a team that's this disciplined and this good.
And a little bit about kind of going in, being down 2 scores. How is that impacting the morale of the team? What are some things? Are the guys fired up, looking to make a difference here? What's kind of coming out of the locker room now?
Yeah, we've been in this position before in past seasons and 2 weeks ago against Clay, you know, down by a touchdown at half. I'm not worried about that. I just challenge them to come out and play a half of Hueytown football where we're not just giving them free plays like giving up 3rd and 18 or a score there late in the first half.
Well, thank you very much, Coach, for taking the time to speak with us today. With that, we're going to go ahead and send it into break.
Porter's Institute Friday Night Rival halftime stats heavily favored with Mountain Brook with 218 yards of rushing, 51 yards passing, as opposed to the Golden Gophers a little bit more balanced, 95 yards rushing, 74 yards passing, but those penalties are huge, Coach.
Yeah, they sure are, and they come at critical times for Mountain Brook and against Hueytown. So I know that's what Greg's talking about at halftime. We got to clean it up here and play Hueytown football, and I expect them to do that this second half.
And as we get ready to start the third quarter, as during our shops at Grand River coin toss, it was Hueytown who deferred to the second half. So now Brooks will return from his own 15-yard line. Has some room to run. Here comes Brooks. Jaquarius Brooks. He has one man to beat. Brooks, 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Just like that, Jaquarius Brooks gets a Mr. Sparky touchdown, and they're back in this game, 20-13.
It didn't take them long to clean it up because Jaquarius was full speed when he caught the ball and goes right down the right sideline, right in front of the Mountain Brook bench, and only one guy had a chance to make the tackle, and that was the kicker. And the kicker didn't make the tackle there, and Brooks then ran it into the end zone. That puts the game right back where Hueytown wanted it to be to start the second half.
Explosive player finally finds his lane, and he makes the Spartans pay. Point after attempt, Jose Jesus Sosa. Point after attempt is good, and just like that, it's a 6-point lead now for the Spartans. And let's take another look at it.
85 yards. Haven't been touched yet. There's the kicker. This is him. That's great effort. Great effort right there.
What a way to start off the third quarter, and going 85 yards for the score is Jaquarius Brooks. And now we'll see if Mountain Brook will answer. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see if Mountain Brook can answer. But it looks like the Gophers are clawing their way back into this one. Stay tuned. Window and door installation are two areas that sometimes end up more time-consuming and costly than intended when you do it yourself. This is frustrating, but we can get you over the top. Call Window World and let the pros help you. Our professionals can help you save money. Call 205-916-2189 or visit us online at windowworldalabama.com for more information. Now we'll see if Mountain Brook can do something. They get another good return, and they have pretty good field position. Lawson McKnight on the return.
You know, if we get a chance to see that kickoff return by Mountain Brook there again, there's a great teaching point right there. Lawson McKnight was an up back, and you're taught not to ever go back. Don't go back. See him backing up? Don't go back. Let that back safety catch that ball coming forward. He's going backwards, has to restart going forward.
Ball at the 41-yard line. Keeping it on the ground, and they're able to get about 7 or 8 yards on that carry. And that's Stuart Andrews again, and he should be over 100 yards rushing after that carry.
Well, you're talking about being clean, and what Chris Yeager's talking about is coming out and making our blocks. And as they make their blocks, it's just a zone scheme is all it is. And boy, they did a great job there on the backside of clearing out the backside, and the cut back there was wide open.
2nd and 4. Give it again to Andrews. Oh, this time he runs into his own blocker and taken down for a loss.
Well, we're going to start out the second half the same way we ended the first half. There's Keegan Horn, and he takes on the blocker, and he knocks him back into his runner. So he effectively gets the tackle. He should get it.
3rd down and 7. Horn having a good game tonight. Try and go with a quick pass. Finds Andrews, but good defense right there once again by Hueytown. And a good tackle by Ja'Cory Steele.
Well, and I love what the corner did. He came flying up and knocked the blocker back into the runner when he caught the ball. There was nowhere for the runner to go once he caught it. That's a great job by the secondary. Boy, you see that Hueytown comes out with a lot of fire, a little bit more pep in their step to start this half.
Anderson Roberts to punt, and that dangerous young man, Ja'Carius Brooks, who already has an 85-yard kickoff return in this quarter. Can he get lightning to strike twice?
Well, you know, if I want to kick it into the sideline. I don't want to give him that whole field. Kick it into the sideline over here on the right. Kick it into your bench, up their bench.
This one is high, and it's going to go, stay inbounds, and it's going to take a Spartan bounce inside the 20, right at about the 20-yard line. They'll mark it out of bounds.
Perfectly executed. He kicked it right into the Hueytown sideline, short side of the field. Didn't give Brooks a chance to catch the ball and return the ball.
Special thanks to King Boys Towing and Recovery. And they have helped provide all of our heavy moving of all of our heavy equipment to all of our Friday Night Rivals events. You see those scissor lifts? They make sure that they get them there. King Boys Towing and Recovery. Our crew is most appreciative that they don't have to deal with that. And now we're off to the races. Another strong run. And this time it's the quarterback for the Golden Gophers, LeBron Ellington. And now it seems as though that speed is starting to catch fire.
Up tempo here now, more NASCAR. Here we go.
Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta, 1st down, and this time can't go anywhere fast as Jackler Ellis.
And there to make the tackle. And I'll tell you right now, James Morano made a really good tackle there, and it stopped a big run.
Only 1 yard gain on that play, 2nd down and 9. This time batted down, good defense. And it looks like that was Henry Bell that batted that one down.
If you can't get to the quarterback on fire, get your hands in the passing lane. That's what Henry Bell did that time. Ellington trying to throw it out here to the X receiver, and Bell knocks it down.
So after all those runs, we still look at Hueytown 3rd and long. Robinson now will move into the slot. Bringing pressure, able to make the reception, and now it's off to the races, but can't go anywhere fast as Noah Armstrong. Good tackling by the Spartans, and that's a big play there by Harris Crumpton.
Well, Crumpton made a big play there because he came all the way across field, the pass catcher did, and Crumpton made a first down saving tackle because there was nothing but green grass in front of him.
And Trell Andrews now to punt as the offense for Hueytown will go back to the drawing board as they trail by 6.
Good punt.
This one will be fair caught inside the 10 at about the 9-yard line. So Mountain Brook will have to work themselves out of a hole. 8:01 left here in the third quarter.
Boy, that really flipped the field there. Good punt there by Andrews. So Mountain Brook will take over on the 9-yard line, really almost the 10-yard line, negative 10-yard line. Takes the snap.
And he's going to take it and may have gained about 3 yards.
That was Stuart Andrews on the ball there. Right over left tackle.
And now he's well over 100 yards rushing, is the junior running back.
You know, I look for something for Mountain Brook to come back and run that naked bootleg that Hoffbauer had so much success running in the first half.
Trying to find him out in the flats, and he does. Pushing his way forward, trying to get close to the first down marker. Unable to do so, but that's a good play by Mountain Brook.
Still another RPO right there. He faked to the running back. He felt pressure, pulls it, throws it out here to the X receiver on the right sideline.
John Colvin on the reception.
I believe they got a first down on that.
They will. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yep, they called it a first down right at the 21. This time is wrapped up and brought down, and Agent 0, Jordan Jackson, there on the tackle.
Boy, Jackson did a great job coming from his defensive tackle position, makes the tackle on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage that he lined up on. So he shot through that gap, that A gap, right by the center, and makes the tackle right over right guard.
Second down now and 11 for the Spartans. Andrews on the carry, and Andrews is stopped in his tracks. Second and third effort. Ball is loose, but I think the ground caused the fumble. Donovan Moore was the first person to touch him. Xander Scott picked up the ball.
Donovan Moore did a great job getting in there to get penetration, but he's got to make that tackle. Lock him up right here. Here we go. And he's just, he falls off of it.
It looks like his own momentum whipped him off of the running back.
That's exactly right. You did a good job getting penetration. We're going to stop it here. Another heat timeout.
We'll take the timeout with them. 5:51 left here in the third quarter. 6-point lead by Mountain Brook, and they are trying to move the ball down the field. You're watching Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Mesrano Law Firm. Stay tuned. You rely on HVAC systems to keep you comfortable without interruptions. When it doesn't, it's time to call in the pros. Your comfort should be constant. At 1 Hour Heating and Air, we are in it for the long haul. Call us at 205-690-4140. Third down and 6. Hoffbauer now is brought down with the sack. Good defense there by Martin Davis coming out from that defensive back position.
I'm going to tell you right now, that front four of Hueytown, they came back ready to play in the second half. That's Jordan Jackson, Donovan Moore, Jaquan Rogers, and Keegan Horn. They dominated the line of scrimmage here on this possession.
5:06 left to play. As Anderson Roberts once again kicking, and Jaquarius Brooks, who already has a kickoff return. So that looks like a bad punt, but when you got a young man who just returned 185 yards, that may not be as bad.
Well, it was a shank. He was shanked off the right side of his foot. It's probably I'm telling you, I don't know if I want Brooks to touch the ball again, for the field like that. They'll get it on the plus 40-yard line, though, and this gives Hueytown a great opportunity in plus territory to go in and tie this ball game up, or really to go ahead.
Right.
Run the football. Excuse me, Jamie. Run the football.
1st and 10 now in Mountain Brook territory from the 40. Pitching it out to Ellis, and Ellis gets a few yards, makes the game. Boyd Cooper, good open field tackle to bring him down.
Boy, that was a great tackle. Was that Harris Crumpton that came up and made that tackle? Who was it, James?
I think it was Boyd Cooper, number 19.
Okay. Well, he made a great tackle out there on the right side there.
2nd down and 8. Give again to Ellis. And this time he stood up, but he may have gained 1, possibly 2 yards. Big number 75, Medgar Teague, there to Stonewall.
Well, Boots Smith's got a decision to make, and I'm sure Greg Patterson will make it, but I think they're in 4-down territory. They're on the 37-yard line, 36, 37, and I'm thinking that they're certainly in 4-down territory.
3rd down 6. They need to get beyond the 30-yard line and make sure they have enough for the first. Ellington doing a good job trying to make sure everybody knows where they're supposed to go. Looking for a receiver, can't find anybody. Now he's trying to run, but he gets brought down and sacked. Good play there by the defensive back that made the play, and that's Miller Crumpton, able to come in and make the tackle, and he's playing that weak side linebacker.
Well, when you don't gain yardage there, it pushes it back to what, 4th and 8, 4th and 7, 4th and 7. And if they've got a gadget here, if they've got a fake punt, this is a good time to use it. So Mountain Brook will probably play safe here on them.
Punting from the 50 is Andrews, and they call for a fair catch inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. We'll take a timeout. 2:49 left here in the 3rd quarter. 6-point lead. 3rd quarter is turned into a grudge match. We'll see if Mountain Brook can get on the scoreboard as they've been held scoreless so far this quarter. Stay tuned. Rivals crew meal provided by Bob Sykes Barbecue, keeping the fire burning since 1957, serving legendary barbecue on a seasoned pit, locally owned and operated by 3 generations of Sykes family, known for their authentic Southern barbecue from the pit to the plate. Don't forget their desserts, including red velvet cake and pies made fresh every day. Order online and delivery, drive-through, dine-in, or takeout. Visit bobsykes.com, and of course they have some of the sweetest sweet tea around. And if you are diabetic, you may want to, there's a warning sign on the label. It's super sweet.
Well, Mountain Brook comes out and kind of a different style.
Yes.
Yeah, they're going to break it, but they did some movement, and Hueytown jumped offside, so 1st and 5.
And Stuart Andrews gets enough for a first down, and they'll move the chains again. Another Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta first down.
That's some misdirection stuff right there. When you look at what Hoffmeyer is doing, he'll sprint to the right and give it back to Andrews going to the left. And it's almost like an old crossbook for all of us old coaches is what it is. And, they've had a lot of success on that play.
Working themselves out of the hole out to about the 27-yard line. Another shift. Now the defense is starting to recognize it and not jump. 7 seconds and counting on the play clock. Hoffbauer now hands it off. This time they're able to get some positive yards with Agent Zero, Jordan Jackson, right there to bring down Lawson McKnight.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to be tough yardage gain from tackle to tackle. If Mountain Brook has a lot of success, it's going to be outside those tackles, I think, because, boy, those 4 inside, those 2 tackles and those 2 inside linebackers, they came ready to play this half.
2nd down and 8. Andrews on the carry, and he doesn't go anywhere fast. Khalil White right there to wall him up along with others.
Yeah, Donovan Moore is just a force in there right now. They can't block him right now. And, boy, I'm going to tell you, as much as we bragged on that offensive line in the first half, in the second half, this defensive front has really had their way.
1 minute and counting left here in the third quarter. 3rd down and 6 now for the Spartans.
Shift.
There goes the shift again. Now going out of the shotgun is Hoffbauer. Handing it off to Andrews. Has a hole, but this time the purple shirts come in and close it rather quickly. And he will be short of the first down. It'll be a 4th down situation for the Spartans.
Boy, there were so many there to make that tackle. It's hard to say who did make the tackle, but you look right there, and that's a big league pass by that outside Ja'Cory Steele over here on this corner.
38 seconds left here in the quarter. Roberts.
You got a coach who's telling you how far to line up and where to line up based on film study.
Flag is thrown, and he runs into the kicker, one of the defenders. It will take a bounce, and Brooks smartly does not touch the ball. Lets it go inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line, but there is a flag back at the 23-yard line, and it looks like it's going against Mountain Brook.
Yeah, it's an illegal shift, I guess. That's the only thing I can think. He was lucky that ball wasn't blocked. That play wasn't blocked. I mean, and I didn't see the number. We'll see it on the replay, I'm sure.
Illegal shift on the kicking team. That penalty's 5 yards. We'll re-kick. 4th down.
But see, Ja'Cory lets that ball hit the ground. Catch the ball in the air, son. You see how far the ball bounced?
Yes.
And how many yards he lost because he didn't catch the ball? All you youngsters out there, catch that punt in the air. If you call for a fair catch, so be it. You get the ball right there where you catch it. It's like James said earlier, secure the ball immediately.
They're going to re-kick inside their own 30. Punter is standing inside his own 20 at the 14. And this one is Going to touch the ground. Brooks is going to try to get it. He secures the ball, falls on top of it at about the 32-yard line.
Well, he didn't have any choice that time. It landed about 15 yards in front of him.
So now with 25 seconds left, Hueytown's offense back on the field. They want to try to get on the scoreboard. Their special teams able to do it with an 85-yard kickoff return by Jaquarius Brooks. But Coach Patterson wants to see his offense get on the scoreboard. They've only been able to get one offensive score. So let's see what they can do now with 4 wide receivers. Ellington, quick pass over to Brooks. Check that. That's Noah Armstrong. And Armstrong able to get some positive yards, about 7 yards on the carry before he's brought down.
Now, one of the things that the defensive coordinator there for Mountain Brook is doing now, he's put those outside linebackers in that 3-4 up on the line of scrimmage. And Shane Stearns, who's Daddy Jerry Stearns, a longtime coach here in the Birmingham area over at Woodlawn. And so those linebackers are now on the line of scrimmage to prevent Jennings from getting outside. So, but they're dropping as soon as that ball is snapped. So dropping back into the passing zone, but they're showing outside contain, trying to make sure that they run inside instead of running to the perimeters.
2 seconds left here, and the quarter will finally run out. So we'll go into the final quarter of regulation. 20-14 is your score in favor of Mountain Brook, but Hueytown is on the march. You're watching Drummond and Company Friday Night Rival presented by Mesrano Law Firm. When we come back, we'll see if Jaquarius Brooks can find lightning in the bottle again. He did it to open the half with an 85-yard kickoff return. We've had some great football tonight. More coming. Stay tuned. Friday Night Rival Champions trophies are provided by Crown Trophy of Pelham. Thank you by Crown Trophy of Pelham for providing our Champions Trophy. The winner of tonight's game will receive this beautiful trophy, courtesy of Crown Trophy of Pelham. Second down and short now as we start the fourth quarter. Ellington looking to throw, has time, going to throw it long, trying to find a receiver and overthrows Jaquarius Brooks.
That's hard to overthrow him.
Yes, it is.
He took off on a post route, and Jaquarius over here really open. He really beating the corner on the post, and Ellington just overthrew. You know, you hear coaches all the time say, put more air under the ball and let the receiver run to the ball. Mm-hmm. In that case, had he done that, then that would have been a touchdown. You just got to throw it out about 10 or 15 yards in front of him and let him go get it.
Correct.
Because he can fly.
Third down and 3. It's important to try to get the first. Jabron Ellington hands it off. And looks like they may have enough for the first down. And that was a good carry.
You notice how quick that is. That Ellington gets the ball off right now. I mean, it doesn't give time for the defensive fronts to get off of their blocks. And when you got pad on pad, it's not hard to pick up 3 yards when you're doing your job as an offensive lineman.
Antrell Andrews, normally the punter, got his first carry of the night on that play. Ellington quick and finds Brooks, and Brooks quickly gets out of bounds. Henry Bell right there on the coverage.
Stop route out here on the right side. Brooks goes about 5 yards and just stops, turns around, squares his shoulders up, and the quarterback throws it, and Ellington hits him right in the numbers.
Into Spartan territory, they trail by 6. Coach Patterson hoping his offense can keep it going with 3 wide receivers out there. Handing the ball off to Ellis, and Ellis able to get close to the first down marker, about 2 or 3 yards short.
And that's the outside linebacker from Mountain Brook coming up and making the tackle right there in the 8 gap. And if the coach up here in the press box sees that, then he's going to run the same play, and the quarterback's going to keep it right around that end. Let's see if anybody saw that.
3rd down and 4. Now Ellington checking on the sideline to see what they want to do, if they want to change the play. Green splits himself out further on the far side. Finds Green, and Green is off to the races. Check that, Jaquez Daniel! Mr. Sparky touchdown, Jaquez Daniel sneaks out on the outside, and he's one-on-one, and they just can't stop it.
Well, he throws a little slant route in there, and the defender in the corner over there, Cannon Moosofter, just got beat inside. And he didn't have any help over the top. There wasn't a safety over there to help him. Great little slant route. Hit him right in the numbers, and he beats the corner to the end zone.
Jesus Sosa with the point after. Attempt kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, being down as much as 20-6, they clawed their way back. And let's look at the pass again.
Great pass. It gets inside him. Beats him all the way to the end zone. There wasn't no help over the top there. Moosafter was there by himself, and it was he let him get inside of it. And a lot of times coaches will take that corner and make him play inside and make him beat him.
We'll take a break. We come back. We'll see if Mountain Brook can mount a comeback, as now they trail by 1. Stay tuned. Air Experts, the experts on local HVAC systems, will have an incredible deal for you. Right now, you can upgrade to a newer energy-saving system, get free 1-year maintenance plan, and save $300. Don't miss out on this offer, only from Air Experts. Get all the details by calling your Air Experts at 205-882-4342. Fourth quarter now, 21-20. Great drive by Hueytown. And now it'll be Jesus Sosa kicking it off to the Spartans. And let's see if the Spartans can answer with a score of their own here in the fourth quarter. And this is Hayes Wendell with our Air Experts kickoff. And he's able to get a good return close to the 40-yard line.
You notice as Hueytown's covering that kick, a couple of them ran around their blockers and gave him the outside. Instead of going outside contained, they dipped inside, which opened up the lane for the return. Got a big return there.
So now Caden Hoffbauer, who's had a pretty good game so far tonight. 6 of 9, 57 yards passing, but it's been his legs that have been outstanding. 7 carries for 88 yards and 1 touchdown. 10-11 left to play here in regulation.
That's right.
So now we'll see if Hoffbauer can guide his team down the field. Pretty good field position. Once again, going in this single foul to try to keep the defense from knowing what their formation will be.
Wow. This is something Chris Yeager's done for years, and it obviously works for them because they get to the ball and they snap the ball quickly.
And a flag, and they may have run out of time on the play clock.
Prior to the snap, false start.
Just about
on the offense, that Phillies 5 yards. And we play first down.
Play right there that just got signaled dead. Hoffbauer was faking the dive and was coming around left end.
And time now for our Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. And remember, Children's of Alabama, we are here for every child. And there's some Hueytown cheerleaders, young cheerleaders, that they went to their cheerleading camp having a good time. And after the 5-yard penalty, looks like the running back was able to get some of those yards back. Good carry there by Stuart Andrews.
Well, when you watch these offensive linemen on both teams, they continue to carry their blocks out all the way to the whistle. And that time you saw Daniel Ellis still blocking right as the whistle blew. So that's a great effort.
Now second down and 10 after the 5-yard gain. Hoffbauer getting some pressure, being pursued, trying to outrun the defenders, and he's able to get close to a first down. If he didn't get it, that'll be a shocker, but it looks like he has enough for it, depending on the spot.
Well, that defensive end out there, as you see it here, he's going to fake the dive. The receivers got contained. See, 11 came inside that time. We talked a lot about Keegan Horn, but Keegan's responsible for that. That's his responsibility to make sure he doesn't get outside him, and he did that time.
University of Alabama first down at the 49-yard line of the Spartans. Once again, Hoffbauer keeping it, gets beyond midfield, and he is close to another first down, about 2 yards short.
Trying to run perimeter now as offensive coordinator Brad Easley has got Hoffbauer running sideline to sideline now, trying to tire out that front four defensive line. And a good play call, good idea. Make them run sideline to sideline.
Second and short now for the Spartans. Inside run by Stuart Andrews, and he's able to get enough for the first down. Another University of Alabama first down, and they'll move the chains.
See, the problem there, James, is they run 2 plays outside, and now they come back and run the inside veer inside, and those defensive linemen are thinking outside contained, and they just get by them before they're able to readjust.
And it looks like Hueytown has called the timeout, and you can see that the Spartan offensive players are like, we need more of the same, coach. They want to keep running it, but smart by Hueytown to try to give their defense a rest.
Give them a break. Let them breathe.
8:46 left in regulation, and so far here in the second half, it has been all Hueytown offense, and the defense has been lights out, keeping Mountain Brook out of the end zone and scoreless so far here in the second half.
And on this drive, Mountain Brook gets the ball in good field position and has maintained a great series of plays here with outside and inside runs.
And just a reminder, we'll be off next week, Friday the 13th. I think we may be a little scared for that. But then after that, we'll be heading to Hewitt-Trussville as Hillcrest will come to town, and we'll go over to Trussville as it'll be Hillcrest taking on Hewitt-Trussville. That's 7 p.m. right here on My 68. Stuart Andrews on the carry, and he's able to get about 2 yards on that play.
You know, one of the things you see from this defensive front of Hueytown, they had a lot of penetration there, and the back was able to cut in front of that penetration, forcing those linebackers to make good tackles.
2nd down and 8. Hoffbauer fakes it, doesn't have a receiver, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. But a lot of purple shirts there to make sure he doesn't get beyond that. Good play there by Jaquan Rogers and company.
Yeah, and he wanted to throw the ball out there to Andrews in the flats. And Keegan Horn did the smart thing. He raised his hands, blocked his view, couldn't throw the ball through him. Good job by Horn right there. And he's maintaining containment there, too, and that made sure that quarterback couldn't run wide.
3rd down and 8. Trying to go wide is Hoffbauer. He's trying to find some room, but he can't. And great job by the defense to turn him inside, and all the purple shirts are there to make sure. And the Gophers are now really pouncing. Great play by Jaquan Rogers and company.
You know, the thing about it, when you watch what this offensive line is doing here, look how many they're sending over there on that contained man. 3 or 4 people, and Horn just does a fabulous job. Look at him hanging in there. Hoffbauer gets loose, and there's 7 more purple jerseys coming up. That's a great job by Keegan Horn to contain and force back inside.
Seemed like he learned from the mistake that he had in the previous drive. Punting situation now for Mountain Brook. Roberts kicks this one, and it's going to take a Spartan bounce inside the 5 and about the 3-yard line where they'll down the ball. So with 6:44 left to play, for Mountain Brook's defense, this may be the best situation possible for them.
You know, and that ball was kicked right around the 10-yard line, and that's why coaches is you watch film and you know how far he punts the ball. Have your player lined up there to catch the ball. It would have prevented that ball from being inside that 10-yard line.
And it looks like we have a water break hydration timeout. We'll take it with them. And we come back, we'll see if Hueytown can work themselves out. It's an Addiction Prevention Coalition timeout. You're watching Friday Night Rivals right here on My 68. At WinSouth Credit Union, you never pay an annual fee for savings, checking, or digital banking. Plus, open, fund, and manage your accounts 24 hours, 7 days a week at winsouth.com. (21-20) is your score. Hueytown has the ball, but deep in their own territory. And Jabron Ellington right now has to direct this offense out of a hole with a very aggressive Mountain Brook defense coming after him. And that's Jakeler Ellis on the carry, trying to work themselves slowly out of the hole.
Boy, Gerald Owens, I don't know if you didn't see that because you're not watching that offensive line, but I can tell you right now, Gerald Owens blocked his man 9 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Second down and 6. Clock continues to run. 1-point lead for the Golden Gophers. Trying to pass it and just can't find the receiver. And just over his head, big number 44, the tight end, and that's Tyler Everhart.
Well, Tyler's had some cramp trouble. He had on one of the punts, he had some cramp trouble. And that time he was open in the flat. He just couldn't catch up to the ball.
3rd down and 6. Clock stops with the incomplete pass. Hands the ball off, trying to find some room to run, and works their way a little bit out of the hole, but it will be a first down. Jackler Ellis again on the carry. And will they give him a first down? No, they'll say it's 4th and very short. He's short by about a yard. And Coach Patterson is not going to take any chances. You see Ellis is saying, come on, let's go. Give me one more chance. But Antrell Andrews is there to punt.
And Andrews has done a really good job punting the ball tonight. Really done well.
And a good booming punt over the head and puts them back in the Spartan territory. Do you think that may be the good call coach's call of the night tonight?
That was a great call. That was a great call because you flipped the field on them just about, put them on the other side of the 50.
And that's our ACT Equipment coach's call of the night.
You know, this is where Mountain Brook really wants to have a good drive, use 4 minutes on the clock, go down and score. Hueytown wants to stop them right here on first down.
Andrews on the carry, and this time he doesn't go anywhere fast. Big number 90, Donovan Moore, along with Amari Davis right there on the tackle.
Well, that's a really good job. Notice how Donovan Moore keeps that outside arm free. I just noticed that right here. It is so close to us. He keeps that outside arm free, and that's where the ball carrier is trying to go. He keeps it free and makes the tackle. That's a big-time play right there by Donovan Moore.
No doubt about it. This defensive front has been very impressive tonight. 2nd down and long. Hoffbauer trying to keep it on the run. Get some positive yards, and another opportunity where the purple shirts push him out of bounds.
Well, they're running right at Keegan Horn over there, and he's fighting his fanny off as best he can, but they got 3 guys blocking him. And Hoffbauer just trying to get outside and pick up some yardage. Just brings up a big 3rd down play for Mountain Brook. It's 3rd down and about 5. That's more than that. It's about 7.
Stop the clock with 4:31 left to play. This is a crucial 3rd down moment. Hoffbauer's going to give it. Wow, what a run. Good job by Stuart Andrews, and another University of Alabama first down.
They ran it over there toward Keegan Horn. Watch this. They run towards Horn. Horn stays outside. And had he stayed his regular position, he'd have made the tackle. But he's so aware of everybody coming at him and running that wide quarterback load, stepped outside. The linebacker wasn't there to make it.
Clock continues to run. 4 minutes and counting. Inside the 40. Here comes the shift. Andrews again on the carry. Gets some more positive yards inside the 30 down to about the 27. Stuart Andrews.
There we go again with Avery and Ellis over on that left side, just doing a tremendous job knocking run off the ball. It's what? And another first down, or is it now a second, about 2?
2nd and 2, which may be just as deadly as a first down because the clock continues to run in favor of Mountain Brook at this point.
That's a great point, James.
And they start the clock again. 3rd down and 2.
Mountain Brook shouldn't be in any hurry.
Hoffbauer going to try to keep it on the quarterback keeper. And he gets around for the first down, and Moore runs out of bounds before he gets down to the 20-yard line. Another Windows World. Now he's in the Windows World red zone as this clock stops with 3:14 left to play in regulation.
And now you see this play as they flipped Pearson Avery over to the right side, and Pearson Avery who's been playing left guard, goes out and blocks Keegan Horn and stays on him, just keeps forcing him out. Can't make the play that way.
Pin around. Great job by that young man again, Keegan Horn. He says, no, you're not going to do any misdirection my way. And that was Archie Andrews that was carrying the ball on the end around.
No, that's a little trickery there. They fake the dive going both ways, and it doesn't fool Keegan Horn at all. He's out there to make a big play.
So now 2nd down and 16 pushes them back close to the 30-yard line. Andrews on the carry, and he's brought down not before he's able to get about 5 or 6 yards on the Traylon Thompson there on the tackle.
That's a good play by Thompson, because had he not made that tackle, there was about 10 yards of nothing but green turf in front of him. They're almost close enough to be in field goal range.
But remember, they did try a field goal, and it was blocked.
That's right.
Hoffbauer on the carry, cuts back, and runs into a host of purple shirts. Horn holding his fist up, saying that it's down time for 4th down.
Yeah, he's some plays he's a man playing with boys. On some plays, he just totally dominates the game. This is the play of the game right here.
40-yard field goal attempt now for Anderson Roberts. He did have one blocked earlier. Kick is up, and it's good. He gets it over. Wow, just barely, but great job by Anderson Roberts with 1:25 left to play in regulation. Special teams steps up big for the Spartans.
Wow. And that wasn't a very high kick either. That could have been blocked had they got a little pressure on him. But it would not have been good from another 2 yards. But it was good enough from where it was snapped. Wow.
I mean, he just barely got it over.
He sure did. Got to be happy for that kid.
So 23-21 is your score. If you're Hueytown, you got to feel pretty good about yourself because you're getting the ball back.
Right.
Minute 25, you know that you can score. Key is now a special team.
I don't know how many timeouts they've got. It doesn't say on the board. I think they've got at least 2. Because only timeouts we've had have been heat timeouts. And Mountain Brook is called.
We did have one timeout call by Hueytown on that drive.
That's true. That's right.
Mountain Brook has, so we suspect that it's 2 timeouts.
Do you think Chris Yeager has told him, do not kick the ball to number 7?
He may have told him to kick it out of bounds. Kicks it on the ground. Up back takes it, and he goes down at about the 34-yard line. 1:20 left. Now they need to stop the clock, and the clock is now stopped at 1:18. Billy Flowers, the up back, on our Air Experts kickoff.
That's a big play by Billy Flowers. And, you want to try to get Brooks the ball as much as you can, but they sure avoided it there.
So now for Jabron Ellington, the ball now at the 34-yard line. Field goal can win it, a touchdown can win it. Ellington gonna hold on to it and keep it. Gets out of bounds, and he's thrown down. They do not call a late hit on that one.
Well, I think he made contact with him in the field of play and then carried the tackle out of bounds.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
If he made contact there, that's fine.
1:12 left to play. 5 wide receiver set. Ellington with time, can't find anybody. Now he's got to run, throws it, and it's incomplete. Pass intended for Drayden Foster.
Ellington had a defender wrapped around him, and he just tried to make the most out of what he had, and he couldn't make a completion there. So they're definitely in 4-down territory. So, you know, you want to pick up a first down, but hopefully you can get 7, 8 positive yards here.
Now 3rd down and 13. They need to get the ball really to the 45 to make sure they have enough for the first down, and Jabron Ellington has to lead them there on 3rd and 13 with 1:03 left. Trying to find a receiver. Pitch and catch made. They may have gotten half of those yards. 2nd and 3rd effort made there by the receiver, and that was Jaquez Daniel, who already has a touchdown tonight.
Well, and they've got 4th and about 4. Looks like there's a timeout. So
timeout is called. 58 seconds left to play. So if you're Mountain Brook's defense right now, what are you trying to tell your players?
Well, first thing you're telling everybody, the front 4, they play a 3-4, but they're going to bring those outside linebackers up on the line of scrimmage. But they're going, if you can't get to the quarterback if he's throwing the ball, get your hands in the passing lane. That's the first thing. Second of all, you don't want a whole lot of penetration if they don't have a running back there. You just want to maintain the line of scrimmage and not let him scamper and break containment and make a big run. But, you know, saying that and telling kids that is one thing. Executing it's another. So it's a big play. Their hearts are beating faster than they have in a long time, and they want to make a big play.
Jabron Ellington on 4th and 5, less than a minute to play in regulation. They trail by 2. Gets the snap, pitch and catch, and intercept. Oh, is it an interception?
No, it's a great play. He knocked the ball down.
And he knocks the ball down. Wow.
That was a heck of a play. We'll see on the replay who it was because we couldn't see it. Ellington drops in the pocket, looking at his receiver. Boy, what a play there what a great play there. I got the number 18, and it's Hayes Wendell.
Hayes Wendell comes back and makes a play when they need it the most.
Wow.
46 seconds left, and right now it's just a victory formation for the Spartans. This is a huge road win for them if they can kneel it one more time.
Boy, what a play by Hayes Wendell. I mean, he had a receiver open right there. Hayes goes vertical and knocks the pass down.
And for Coach Patterson, they got to go back to the drawing board as the rain starts to come back here at Gilmore Vine Stadium. This is their final tune-up before region play. One more kneel by Hoffbauer, and that will call it a game as the clock continues to run down. And for Mountain Brook, this was a courageous victory, coming back, being held scoreless for the majority of the second half and getting a 40-yard field goal after having one block. That says a lot about this team's resilience.
Well, it sure does, and I think both coaches will watch the film either later tonight or tomorrow, and they'll both feel like they played much cleaner in the second half.
No doubt about it. As you see sportsmanship center stage as both teams shake hands. And for Hueytown and Mountain Brook, they will go into region play. And in this area, you still have the reigning state champion in Clay Chalkville.
Clay Chalkville, that's right.
23-21 is your score. The Spartans go on the road and find a way to win. When we go take a break, we come back, we will get to post-game. And right now, the Spartans Spears are standing high. 23-21 your final. Stay tuned. Mountain Brook goes on the road to Hueytown and defeats the Golden Gophers 23-21, in which their kicker was Abel Anderson Roberts. He missed a point after attempt. He had a field goal blocked, but he still had the resiliency to find a way to kick the game-winning field goal when his team needed it the most. And let's go down to Austin Pratt, who has the winning coach for Mountain Brook.
Hey guys, I'm here with Coach Yeager. Coach, first of all, I want to present you this trophy here today for winning our Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week. Why don't you tell us a little bit about kind of what went through your mind as a coach whenever you saw that kick go up, go through the field goal to win the game?
We were just thinking about getting the defense out there and trying to, run the clock out. That's it. You just go to the next thing. You don't think much about the scoreboard, just whatever the next situation requires.
Yeah, not a lot of scoring in the second half, but there was a lot of defense and pulled out with the win. What was that kind of like, for the team, just being able to do the right things when they needed and come out on top with that win?
Well, we've been talking about it all season long about the need to grow, and I do feel like we grew up a lot tonight. I feel like the kids showed a lot of resilience and played through some adversity. We were down, and so that gave us an opportunity to play through that and focus on fundamentals and execution and not think about the score. And so anyway, it was a great opportunity for us to grow as a team.
Yeah, definitely. And this trophy we got here, it's a team trophy. So I'm going to ask you if you could go ahead and pass it over here to the team. Might get a little excitement going on up in here. And we also got our player of the game right here. Caden, why don't you tell me a little bit about, obviously you had a big win here today, big performance. What was going through your mind today? What were you thinking when you were kind of out there on the field?
Really, we were just everyone trying to put the work and team together. We really just need to put points on the board. The defense held their own. Offense played great. Second half, we did struggle a little bit, but everyone played their hardest. Really proud of the defense late in the game. Without them, we're not in that position right there. Anderson Roberts, great kick. That was awesome. And, everyone, we just play for everyone next to us. Like, we're all brothers, and so, it was really fun. Team win tonight.
Yeah, there was a lot of speed on that field, running the ball. No matter whose hands the ball was in, it seemed like there was so much speed. Is that something you guys emphasize?
I believe so, yes, sir. So, everyone's always, in team practices, we're always going full speed, even walkthroughs, full speed. We always make sure to go exploit at least through 3 yards. Speed is key to the game of football.
And great team win tonight. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys celebrate with your teammates, but is there anything else you want to say or add or talk about today's performance?
Great team win. Just great team win.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much, and let's hear it from Mountain Brook, right?
Congratulations to Coach Yeager and congratulations to Caden Hoffbauer. Time now for our Whataburger Water Play of the game. And as the quarterback, Mr. Hoffbauer, said, it was their kicker, Anderson Roberts, who had to overcome his own level of adversity to find his center and find his way into the books as a champion. And a 40-yard field goal by Anderson Roberts pushes them over the top and gives them the 23-21 lead and seals the win. And that is our Whataburger Water Play of the game, brought to you by Whataburger. Download the Whataburger app to start earning rewards with Whataburger. So this was a pretty good game, and once again, this one went down to the wire. Both teams most likely learned some positives and negatives, but overall, we saw growth from both teams.
Well, I think particularly in the second half, I think it was a lot cleaner half. Another thing I want to mention about that field goal kick, you got to give a lot of credit to the snapper and the holder, because it's a three-man game right there, and then all those guys up front to keep any penetration from getting in there to make the block. So, boy, you just got to tip your hat to Mountain Brook for being able to sustain a win. But I'm really impressed with this Hueytown football team. They got a lot of good football players, and they played mighty hard tonight. And it's just a great football game. We've had 2 back-to-back really great high school football games.
It was a seesaw battle all night tonight. Great plays on both sides, but in the end, it was the Spartans who finally came over the top, 23-21. For everyone here at Friday Night Rivals, we bid you good night and thank you for watching us. We'll be off next week, but in 2 weeks, we'll be at Hewitt Trustville. Make sure you tune in to My 68 And make sure you tune in to ABC 3340. I'm James Verrett bidding you good night.